TrendWatch777, where I'm bringing you the latest trends here on YouTube. Okay, so in this clip, we're going to be watching. Remember the sandwich guy that threw a Subway sandwich at the National Guard, and then they chased him down, and then eventually they caught up with him, and then they arrested him. Well, they took him to jail. They wanted to charge him with a felony, and the judge said, "Not so fast." So this is what the clip about. So I'm going to let the clip play, and then I am going to come and give you my 2 cents at the end.
Good news for the Sandwich Slinger. Hello everybody, David Schuster here. A judge has now agreed that felony charges are not warranted in the case of Sean Dunn. Recently in Washington, D.C., the 37-year-old started yelling at federal law enforcement officers and then went even further to the expletive-filled delight of onlookers.
Motherfucker! Oh! 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 He cooked him! He cooked him!
Police eventually caught Dunn, arrested him, and took him to D.C. Superior Court, where he was released. 2 days later, the Trump Justice Department charged Dunn with a felony. But back in court, Dunn got his freedom again. Headline: Sean Dunn, accused of throwing a sandwich at a federal officer, is released on his own recognizance as the judge finds the felony charge excessive. Quote, a judge released 37-year-old Sean Dunn, a former Department of Justice employee, on his own recognizance despite prosecutors pushing for serious felony charges that could carry up to 8 years in prison. The judge's finding is a loss for the Trump Justice Department and its D.C. U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro. She had gloated about Dunn's arrest.
An individual went up to one of the federal law enforcement officers and started jumping up and down, screaming at him, berating him, yelling at him. And then he took a Subway sandwich about this big and took it and threw it at the officer. He thought it was funny. Well, he doesn't think it's funny today because we charged him with a felony, assault on a police officer. And we're going to back the police to the hilt.
Back police to the hilt? This is the same Trump administration that pardoned every rioter who attacked police officers on January the 6th. Attorney General Pam Bondi's lack of self-awareness is even worse. Following Sean Dunn's arrest, Bondi posted on X, "If you touch any law enforcement officer, we will come after you." Really? So touching police is not acceptable, says Bondi, but touching children is just fine.
The Justice Department and FBI announced it would not release any more information about the investigation into sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The president, like many New York celebrities, had some association with Epstein.
And back to January the 6th, rioters for Trump hit police with flagpoles, fire extinguishers, pieces of wood, and bear spray, among other things. Altogether, 140 police officers were injured.
Multiple capital injuries! Multiple capital injuries!
And again, Donald Trump, with help from the Justice Department, pardoned every January 6th participant, including those convicted of the worst violence. Now, maybe it's just me, but attacking police and raping children seems more serious than throwing a Subway sandwich. But not according to Pam Bondi. She went on to post about Sean Dunn. I just learned that this defendant worked at the Department of Justice. No longer. Not only is he fired, he has been charged with a felony. This is an example of the deep state we've been up against for 7 months as we work to refocus DOJ. You will not work in this administration while disrespecting our government and law enforcement. Unless, of course, you work at the Justice Department for Pam Bondi.
The Justice Department has hired as a senior advisor someone who faced multiple criminal charges due to his presence at the January 6th Capitol riot. His name is Jared Wise. You can see him in the blue jacket on the left side of your screen yelling at police officers. He's heard in this video calling law enforcement present there, defending the Capitol, Nazis, and yelling, "Kill them." Not just once, but repeatedly.
In an article titled Video Shows Department of Justice Official Urging January 6 Rioters to Kill Cops, a Department of Justice spokesperson said in a statement, Jared Wise is a valued member of the Justice Department, and we appreciate his contributions to our team. Back to Sean Dunn. According to court records, he confessed to police immediately. Dunn told Officer Thandi, I did it. I threw a sandwich. Dunn's next court appearance will come in September. Legal experts believe that prosecutors and Dunn will eventually agree to some sort of plea deal involving a misdemeanor. That's because Dunn's intent was clearly not to physically hurt the police officer. And throwing food has long been viewed in the courts and by juries as a form of nonviolent protest. As countless incidents have demonstrated, the goal is to humiliate, not injure. And in this case, Dunn could argue he was delivering a moral objection to the federal police on the streets of D.C. Still, Pam Bondi, Janine Pirro, and other Trump administration goons are not exactly known for sophisticated thinking. And Bondi, in particular, seems to have embraced her role as the queen of hypocrisy. Her vision of justice is as crooked as a dog's hind leg and twice as useless. One cannot help but suspect that if the January 6 rioters had hurled cold cuts instead of crowbars, well, Bondi might have finally found the courage to object. In the end, Pam Bondi reminds us that the loudest champions of law and order are often the first to trample it when it inconveniences their friends. Justice, of course, is supposed to be blind. But Bondi is like a weird seeing eye dog trained by MAGA to only sniff for liberals. Bondi is another reminder that if our republic fails and falls, it won't be due to tanks in the streets or because of a tyrant like Donald Trump. It will be thanks to enablers like Pam Bondi, the Trump sycophants who treat the Constitution like a napkin and wipe their hands with it after a feast. By the way, immigration and customs enforcement agents at a checkpoint in New Mexico are going viral after getting hit not with food, but with silence.
How's it going? How are you? Lower your window. Lower your window. Lower your window.
In New Mexico, that is Robert Trudell. He is at a Border Patrol checkpoint on US 70 and knows his rights.
Know what? Lower your window.
The agent escalates and blocks the vehicle.
Stop sticks. Lower your window. Why not? It's an immigration inspection. An immigration inspection, sir. Lower your window.
Federal law grants Border Patrol agents the authority to question people about immigration status, but the law does not mandate lowering a window. And the Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination still applies, meaning that all of us have a right to stay silent and not answer questions.
Okay, so that was basically the end of the video. I did get most of the video. Most of the video did play, um, but it kind of cut off like about 4 or 5 minutes towards the end. So just went ahead and shut it off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just tell you I think it's just a shame that I mean they're gonna charge a guy with a felony just for throwing a sandwich at the federal officers. I mean it's a good thing it wasn't a bomb or some kind of weapon of some sort. But it's just a sandwich. So the way this administration is well, let me just say that we are definitely living in the last days. Well, let me see. Right is wrong and wrong is right. So I'm just going to leave it right there. So you just give me your thoughts and comments or thoughts or whatever you think about it in the comment section. And another thing, it's a good thing that that guy wasn't, he wasn't or it could have just been um, another statistic. All right. So I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. I got to get this station my channel off the ground. This is about my fourth video, I think, my fourth video. So I have to get everything together, and so I'm figuring everything out. But like I said, God be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out now.